What's going on, YouTube? Northeast Ohio Sports Cards back for our week in review. And that's right, sports cards this one. I know I've been mixing the Marvel stuff in. Going to be doing a little bit of both from here and there. So back to sports cards today. Stuff down below, like, comment, sub, all that jazz. Links to market movers will obviously be living in market movers for the most part of this video. We are going to touch on all three sports today. And yeah, let's get into it. So I made the video a couple days ago about Hoops 2021 being not the best deal on eBay. I stumbled across this. This has been making its way around social media. So I am not the one that discovered this. I would give credit to the person that did, but I've seen it about 17 different places by about 25 different people. So, and maybe they've done this before, and I've never noticed this, but I've never paid that close attention, to tell you the truth. But given the buzz on the media, this makes me think that this is not normal. They have these wonderful NBA Hoops relics. They're called Rise and Shine. Okay. Nice, not a bad looking card. You know, if you're one for just general patch cards, it's fine. It's not bad. I don't know if it's all rookies or not. I'm guessing it may be, since it's Rise and Shine. Makes me think it's kind of a rookie thing. So here's the interesting thing about this. Nice little, little swatch down there. Little one color patch. Let's look at the back. Okay. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Oh, look at this. Okay. Well, a little disclosure. No one ever reads these, right? The enclosed, officially licensed material is not associated with any specific player, game, or event. Wait, what? Any specific player, game, or event. Dramatic pause. Just let that marinate for a minute. Just let it. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Yep, there it is. So this is what then? Is that like part of the paper towel from my kitchen counter in there? Is that some Cottonelle? Is it a pair of gym shorts from Dick's? Did you go to the NBA team store down in New York City and just grab a couple shorts off the rack? Did you just go to Joann Fabrics and get a big roll of fabric and just cut out little squares? Not associated with any specific player, game, or event. So they literally just stuck a piece of cloth in there. Means nothing. Like I said, maybe they've done this before. If they have, okay. You know what? Regardless whether they've done this before or not, this is just an absolute joke. Not associated with any specific player, game, or event. Like I said, maybe this is not new, but I've never noticed this before. Yeah. So when you guys rip your 2020, 2021 NBA Hoops packs for the best deal on the eBays, and you get a piece of my paper towel in your Rise and Shine card, you guys enjoy that. All right, let's get into some charts and graphs. Baseball first, and stop me if you've heard this before. Legends players, all-time greats stuff is going nuts, and modern is flat or down across the board, pretty much across all three sports. Baseball modern is not so much. Lou Bob and stuff keeps creeping up as the season begins to approach, but we'll talk about that stuff as we work across the way here. So baseball, very quickly. Mariano Rivera on the week up 46%. Started at 1,100, ended at almost 1,700. One of the weirdest cards in baseball history, I think, at least modern. Yeah, this thing. What a beaut that guy is. Just soak that in, guys. Just soak that all in. That is the most 1992 outfit I have ever seen. So yeah, Rivera way up. Trout. I don't know if we've ever actually talked about this card on the channel before. Probably the most iconic baseball card, modern baseball card, anyway. Mike Trout 2011 Topps update. The gold standard for modern cards shot way up this week. Started the week at 4,200, ends the week at 6,700, up 56%. I fully believe this is a mix of the hype for baseball beginning and also the hype for all-time great players all filtering down and finally getting to him. It was just probably a matter of time before this card saw some love. So the good old Trout update had a very, very nice week. Chipper Jones, good old Chipper Jones, beat the hell out of my Indians in a World Series. Once again, these old baseball cards, so cheesy looking. He had a really good week. Started the week at 67, ends the week at 110, up 65%. And there was a few other of his cards up as well. I did not pick out everything for these guys to try to keep this video semi-reasonable in length of time. I know. I always say it, but it never happens. Frank Thomas, way up, specifically as Leaf. He has obviously, once again, there's a handful of his different rookie cards. This is the one that went up the most, but they are all on the rise. Started the week at 350, ends the week at 625 for a change of 77%. Basically, if you have anything in a PSA 10 from the junk wax era, you're probably sitting on a gold mine. And this really goes with anything. I think you could have a PSA 10 ALF card and you'd be doing pretty well right now. Basically, every PSA 10 from the junk wax is insane, whether it's sports, non-sports. I've obviously been covering the Marvel stuff a lot lately. Star Wars cards, PSA 10 are way up. Essentially, everything is going, any collectible in a PSA 10 slab from more than about 20 years ago is going crazy. Wonder Bread cards are going nuts for stuff. I mean, it's just like wild out there right now. I'm going to try. I mentioned this on the live stream I did on Saturday during the Marvel box break that I did live. I may try to do maybe on Saturdays. I know this comes out on Sundays. Maybe on Saturday mornings, do a quick little non-sports trading card weekly update or maybe bi-weekly. I'm very in touch right now with the Marvel market. I've been following that extremely closely the last couple weeks. Maybe I'll do it every other week, market update on the non-sports trading cards, like just loosely. I don't know a lot of the markets, so I don't like to talk about things that I'm at least not spending some time watching. So I don't know. I'm not promising anything, but I'm definitely still going to be doing Marvel videos. The Marvel stuff is some of the most fun I've had since I got back into cards a few years ago, and it's not even close. It has been an absolute blast to watch that market. Football. Emmitt Smith, once again, stop me if you've heard this before. Legends, all-time great players, and anything from the junk wax era and a PSA 10 is going crazy. Started the week at 180, ends the week at 318, up $138 for a whopping 76%. This stuff is all going crazy. Not a junk wax player, but let's get to him in a second. 89 Topps traded Barry Sanders, getting a lot of love. Started the week at 230, ends the week at 430, an 84% increase. Like I said, this stuff is non-sport specific. It does not care. If you were an all-time great and you're in a PSA 10 slab, look out. Here comes the money train. Mahomes, obviously, seeing a nice uptick this week in the run-up to the Super Bowl. His optic card has had a very good week. Started the week at $2,200, ends the week at $2,600, a 20% increase. I wanted one of these. I said I was going to wait till after the Super Bowl. That may have been a mistake, depending on the outcome of that. I don't know that it's going to drop back down to the prices that they were when I made that statement. I do not get everything right. I get as much wrong as I get correct. So live and learn. Maybe we'll see. Find out in a week. See what the prices do after tonight's game. And yeah, so I probably missed the boat on this one. On to the next thing. It happens. Follow your gut sometimes. Follow your gut sometimes. It's the hardest thing to do, but sometimes you just got to make a call. LeBron James, PSA 10 Prism Topps Chrome. Stop me where you heard this one before. Sets an all-time record this week. I think this is the third show in a row that I've done that this card has broken its previous high. It started the week at 30,400, ends the week at 41,000, even up $10,000 for a 34% change. Those are like astronomical numbers. The LeBron Topps Chrome jumped the same price change as about a moderately priced used Honda Civic. I could see you sitting around the office on Monday morning. Hey, how'd your sports cards go the last week or so? My LeBron went up. A 2016 Toyota Corolla with 50,000 miles and light wear and tear. Like what? Some of these numbers are just crazy. Up 10K in a week. I just can't even. Imagine if you went on Wall Street and was like, hey, if you invest right now, I could guarantee you a 35% return in 7 days. They would look at you like you were crazy. And I'm not including weird Reddit shenanigans that I don't even pretend to begin to understand. But this is just crazy. But this is what happens when you are arguably the top 2 NBA player of all time. And your main rookie card, only 2,071 of them exists. And meanwhile, I didn't pull any Jordan charts today, but PSA 1086 Jordan also continues to set records every single week. So, and I do not see this card going down anytime soon. If this trend continues, I will say it right now, this is a $100,000 card by the time the playoffs roll around. If not, way sooner. I am being ultra conservative, I think, saying by the time the playoffs roll around. I think it'll actually hit that a lot sooner, but I will play it safe, and I will boldly claim that this is a $100K card by then. If I had $40,000 now, just laying around to throw at cards, this is probably about as safe as they freaking come for the short term or the long term. I just do not see these going down with that low population count. This thing's just going to keep on trucking along. Shaq. He's gone up. He's had a couple different bumps across a few different cards. This is specifically his 92 top space, which is his main rookie card for all intents and purposes. It's the one that's usually the most desirable other than some parallels and beam teams and stuff like that. But this is his main base rookie. 2,000 of these things exist. They started the week at 900. They end the week at 1,100, a nice 30% jump. And this thing has already had multiple jumps over the last few weeks during this money shifting to legends and away from modern. Speaking of which, let's talk modern. Luka, Ja, Zion, the big three. Luka. The Mavs suck. Okay. Luka's putting up numbers, but the team blows right now, and they just do not look good. Luka does not look like he's having a whole hell of a lot of fun. They're like 12th in the Western Conference right now. It's going to take a lot of work for them just to get to the play-in games. I mean, there's a lot of season left. A lot could happen. They don't really have anything that they can trade. They do not control their draft pick this year. You're welcome, New York Knicks. So it's not like they're even going to get a lottery pick out of this if like the bottom really falls off. I think they still make a run, at least for play-in. But this is, I feel like, a lost season for them. And I still believe in Luka. You're not going to change my stance on that. They have a ton of money available to them in the offseason. However, there's not a lot of players available. This free agent class is not great. So it's not like that they could do a lot with it because they were planning on getting Giannis, and we all know how that turned out. That being said, at some point in time is going to be a buying opportunity on these guys, specifically Luka. I do not know where he bottoms out yet. I feel like he's close to flatlining. This is his optic based prism is all the way down to $615 now, and I've seen sales under $600. That's the lowest it's been in a while. I'm gonna run this chart back a year. So one of these sold for, come on, mouse, $556. That's the cheapest it has been since July, in the run up to the bubble. So it shot way up, came down, went way up again, and is now back down again. Right before the season started, the run up to the season, this card was all the way up to almost $900, and it was all the way down to $600. At its peak, it was all the way up at almost $1,000 a piece. So yeah, this thing is way down. This, personally, of base cards, is my favorite of his base rookies. If you're talking select concourse, prism, and this is my favorite. The pop count is very low. There's only 3,400 of these compared to prism, where there is 1,500 of these. And his prism is down as well, down 10% this week, under $1,400. Once again, that's the first time I've seen that at that price in a very long time. Let me run this real quick. So at the $1,300 to $1,400 price point, this has actually been cheaper, which I'm surprised. This was down to $1,250 in September. So this might still have a ways to go. If you consider that the optic has not hit its all-time low. Actually, it was back down to 650 there. So yeah, I guess that's about right. But this definitely has a little bit more room to go down, potentially. At least if you're basing it off of the historical numbers there. So we'll see. $1,400. This is the cheapest this card's been in months. Since right after the postseason, when it dipped all the way down to 1,200. Do I think this gets down to 1,200? Maybe. There's probably a decent chance of it. Like I said, he is putting up good numbers, but the team does not win, and that matters. Playoff positioning does matter. You need that playoff hype. So I'm keeping my eye on both these. I think at worst, this card will be worth, like, if we ran this chart out 10 months into the future and we're right before next season starts, I have to imagine his stuff is at a new, maybe not an all-time high, but it's probably going to be way up again. It's just kind of the cyclical nature. So the curious part is where does the new floor come in? Does it drop all the way down to 1,200, or does it stabilize around this $1,400 price and keep going? And same with this. This is basically at its old floor right after the season started. Does it keep going, or now does it flatten? Does this become the new floor? Does it go back to summertime pricing? I don't think it does, but we'll see. Ja and Zion are two favorite Suns from last year's class now. Both basically have flattened out. Zion has pulled slightly ahead again. He is sitting at right around $600. Ja is sitting right around 570. And both have essentially flattened. I could see Ja maybe starting to pick up a little bit steam now that he's back. And once again, Zion has actually been putting up good numbers. The Pelicans are so on the winning department. And I don't know that they're going to make the playoffs either. Ja, on the other hand, the Grizzlies managed to maintain. At some point in time, they should get JJJ back. I'm a little concerned that he was supposed to be back months ago, or like in early January was the initial before the season started rumor. And now we're in the February and there's still no timetable for his return, basically. So we'll see what happens with him. But that wasn't supposed to be a major thing that he had. So I feel like he should be back by now. But to make a long story short, the Grizz have a pretty good shot at probably wiggling their way at least into a play-in game, if not the playoffs themselves. We'll see what happens out west. And if that happens, Ja's going to get a lot of buzz if we get Ja playoff games. That's like the dream, is Ja playoff games. So we'll see what happens there, but they've kind of flattened out. Maybe they dip down a little bit more, but it feels like about 600 is Zion's floor, and 550 appears to be Ja's floor. We'll see if they break through that or if they eventually start to turn this around and get the prices going in the green direction instead of the red. So that's all I got for you guys today. So YouTube stuff down below, like, comment, sub, and we will catch you guys on the next one. The next one is probably going to be Monday morning, and it's probably going to be a review of the results from the Marvel box I opened yesterday, kind of talking about how many cards I got out of there that I think are gradable, and that sort of stuff that I think can get PSA 10s. It's going to be a surprising number, I think, to a lot of people. A lot of people coming over from the Marvel market aren't as up on grading, which is fine. They never had to be, so I get it. It's nothing against you guys. I don't expect you to know it unless you kind of dip your toes into both pools. And people just seem to think that PSA 10s grow on trees, and in the sports card world, we kind of know that that's not the case. But so yeah, next video will probably be results, kind of breaking down results from that box. I did it a little bit on the live stream, but I've been spending most of the day Saturday going through all that stuff. And then probably a PSA submission preview. I am going to submit a handful of cards from that box to PSA. I'm debating on the service level right now. I need to do a final count on everything and kind of sift through everything one last time. But there'll probably be a PSA submission preview video coming pretty soon, and then kind of whatever pops up. Those are the only two things I have planned at the moment, besides whatever random sports card shenanigans happens on any given day. So YouTube stuff down below, like, comment, sub, the whole 9 yards. You guys know the drill. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.